So we're looking at a mostly clear day. That's how things started this morning. You can see that as far as cloud cover goes, not as much as yesterday. Even looking out from the Sandia Mountains, we are seeing, though, the possibility of severe weather across the Northeast, and that's why we have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 7 o'clock. It's this little cluster of storms and more that could form behind it. We could see the dynamics forming right behind that to get some really big wind and large hail, and even the possibility of tornado warnings. We have not seen one so far, but up north to our neighbors to the north near Trinidad, there was actually a tornado warning earlier this afternoon. So that's sort of related to what's going on nearby. We'll be watching that very closely for you. But at this moment, the severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect is now expired. You can see right here just a tiny little storm. Well, you know, it didn't survive the dry air, unfortunately, but we are looking at some isolated activity just to the west of Eunice. So if you live sort of way far out to the west of town, you might be getting some good, reliable rain there. Otherwise, FUTURECAST says that a lot of this moisture is going to be moving out. I'm going to set the clock in motion, and then by 10 o'clock tonight, I'm anticipating, or at 9 or 10, that a lot of that storm activity will be past the Texas border and also into Oklahoma as well. And looking pretty quiet throughout most of the state for tonight. However, tomorrow afternoon, I want to ring the alarm bell for folks living in southeastern New Mexico. You see that little purple right there? That indicates that we could get some strong to severe thunderstorms going around the area at around 3 o'clock to maybe even 7 p.m. for tomorrow. So if you have outdoor activities, if you are planning on celebrating the 4th, just make sure that you're keeping an eye on things, especially by mid to late afternoon. And then by Sunday, going to be seeing some moisture moving out of the state, but still the wind speed is going to be a factor, because there's going to be, you know, in many cases, a lot of people lighting those fireworks, and with any wind, it can be carried along probably a little bit longer than you want it to go. So that's why you always want to make sure you're exercising fire safety and abiding by your local rules. 31 miles per hour right now, Santa Rosa, 22 in Grants. The temperatures are hot, but not as hot as we have seen. The heat wave is broken across southern New Mexico, at least for the next few days. Right now it's 85 in Las Vegas and around 92 in Albuquerque. So for tonight, those isolated showers, as I mentioned, will be out of here. A warm evening for most of the state. Tomorrow, that cold front moves in. It's not going to make things cold, but it could create a very windy start to the day across the Albuquerque metro. Showers and thunderstorms starting in the northeast, and then the flood threat possible if we get those really heavy rains over the burn scars in the north central mountains. Otherwise, isolated activity mostly across the east, staying dry in western New Mexico and for the most part in central areas of the state. And that takes us to the 4th of July, where I'm expecting to see mostly dry conditions in the northwest area of New Mexico and a few isolated showers and thunderstorms across the east. So that's the setup for the next few days, and make sure you're enjoying your holiday responsibly, especially when it comes to those fireworks. 95 degrees tomorrow for Roswell, and daily rain chances, but be aware that by tomorrow evening, some of those storms could pack quite the punch, especially as far as wind goes. 100 tomorrow, Deming, 92 in Silver City. I'm calling for the Northwest also to enjoy those sunny skies. It's going to be dry for the next several days in Farmington. The North Mountains, about the same story, 85 degrees with a 20% chance of showers for tomorrow, but at least we're looking at daily chances within that area of the state. The Northeast into the East Mountains, calling for a lot of sunshine to start the day, upper 80s for most of the East Mountains, and some low to mid 90s from Belen to Bosque Farms. It's going to be a hot one tomorrow, but we're going to be seeing those hotter temperatures on tap for Rio Rancho and for Albuquerque, once again heading toward triple digits by Wednesday.